Okay, I'm just going to play a 10-minute game and see what happens. I've already played 4 10-minute games this morning, but there's a problem with all of them. That's not, is it Lesotho? South African light flag? Yeah, I'm not sure. South Sudan, okay. I'm just going to say hi and good luck. Okay, King's Pawn opening as usual. Come up with my knight, and at the moment I'm playing the 2 knights defense. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go for the Neumann gambit to the Ponziani. It's not quite a counter gambit. Okay, I'm gonna play this. The idea is that if he plays d4, I can play pawn takes pawn. And if he plays pawn takes, I can play check, and yeah. Okay. That's good. I'm just gonna withdraw the knight so that yeah, I agree. He says that he's losing and I'm better, and I agree with him. Yeah, great. The isolated pawn, there's advantages and disadvantages with an isolated pawn, but most of those advantages are gone if a lot of pieces are swapped off. There are no advantages to having the isolated pawn. So I'm just going to play check, and now I'm going to castle. Yep. I'm going to develop my bishop and get me rook out quickly. Well, I'm going to attack that. Or rather, I'm going to attack that first. Okay. Does that give me a chance to win a pawn? I think it does. I'm going to take this anyway. And then if he takes the pawn, I take this pawn. And if he doesn't take the pawn, then I play knight here, and I'm threatening the pawn and threatening the bishop. And yeah, he doesn't have a square where he can defend both because I'm covering this. So it gets me a pawn. It's a bit of a risky pawn to be winning, but yeah. Yeah, okay. Looks like he might be able to get a pawn back, but then I get another pawn with playing knight here check and then picking up this pawn, which is a safer way to get the pawn. And I've got 2 against 1 here. So, okay, so we'll go for that. Check, 2 against 1. Mm. So I'm going to come here, threaten the rook. And if he comes here, great, then I come here with the rook, the knight. If he comes here, knight here doesn't work, because he can take it. Knight here then doesn't work, because he can take the pawn here and then get his pawn back. No, he can't, so I just play pawn here. Yeah, great. Okay, well that's fine for me. Can gladly swap off and play against these. One weak pawn on the this bishops of opposite colours, so you know it isn't great. Yeah, do I take that off first? Yeah, I'll threaten the rook first. And then I can play a pawn here. He said that his rook was free. It probably was. Probably missed that. But that's okay. Yeah, I had to go there. Yeah, I'll just defend the pawn here. This allows me to use this square for my knight, which is good. If he takes the bishop first, then I take the rook, then I'm threatening to take the pawn on f2 because of the weakness of his back rank. So, yeah. But then that gives me the opportunity to threaten his rook at the same time as I defend my knight. And yeah, where's he going to go? Here? Here? They're not good squares. Yeah. Back to the beginning? Okay, great. Then I can come here with the rook, threaten the, or here with this rook first. Yes, threaten this bishop, which would then be undefended. Yes, that's the way to go. Yep. So he went there. And that gives me then the opportunity to... Ah, yes, no. Now we're talking. If he goes back to h3 to threaten the knight, then I've got knight takes f2. Check. Fork on the rook and knight. Yes, yes, yes. But if he plays here, and then I'll just retreat here, of course. Yes, 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 yes. Check. And he can't take because he gets back rank mated, and if he doesn't take, I take the rook. Yes, 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 yes. Beautiful. So yeah, I'll Just take that and it's check, and I get the other rook, and I'm playing with 2 rooks against 2 bishops. Oh, no, because I get a... Yeah, and if he takes the knight, I take the bishop. If he takes the bishop, then I play rook to c1 and fork his 2 bishops. Yeah, I thought he might play that's a trick, but then I can still attack his 2 bishops anyway. And if he threatens the rook again, then I attack both bishops with both rooks. Yes. Nothing to play for now, my friend. Both bishops with both rooks. Yeah, I'll say it was a good sport. Okay, I'll just take a quick review of that game. Yeah. Five misses, not just the free rook. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, but one brilliant move, which was probably to sacrifice the rook. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yep, all standard. This is all standard. This is standard. Actually, this is a good move, but not to play knight f. Not to play d4 straight away. You've got to build up to it. Yeah, but here yeah, he's still up. He said I was winning here. Oh, he was wrong. Oh yeah, I could have played knight here, of course, to threaten this pawn here, and then knight here. Yeah, okay. But I'm happy with this. I'm happy to go into an isolated pawn ending where I've got such a lead in development, and he hasn't got so many pieces to counteract the problems. Yeah, get the pawn there. He gets the pawn. I get the pawn. So I've won a free pawn out of all that, as advertised. I should have taken the bishop. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, because because when I take the bishop, I get to play bishop here, and then bishop takes pawn, of course, and then even although it's opposite colour bishop's ending, which might in many circumstances be drawish, not here, because I've got 2 passed pawns, which are supported by the rooks on light coloured squares. He can't do anything about them. So yeah, okay, yeah, I can understand. I should have done that, but oh, sorry. Press next. Okay, so he plays rook to c1, and I threaten his bishop, which was the best move. And now he plays the bishop and the rook, where I can take it. Yeah, it was just free. Yeah, that was dumb. Yeah, that was a miss. So I can accept that was a miss. That was when he pointed out to me that his rook was free, but I'm still in a good position anyway. And yeah, attack the rook, and he's forced to go to f1. Otherwise, I'm going to tell him to just let me get the pawn. Yeah, that was probably right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, rook to attack the bishop was best. Yeah, and now we get to attack both, and he goes there, and now he goes into my little trap, which is to sacrifice the knight. Brilliant. Yeah, and of course he realizes himself that he can't take the knight, but it all just 2 rooks against 2 bishops. Worse than that, I'll manage to fort both bishops with both rooks, and I'm going to win another bishop. So I'm going to be playing with 2 rooks against 1 bishop, and I've got 2 extra pawns, and his pawns are in terrible shape, and my f pawn is passed, so nothing to play for. Yeah, what can we learn from there? I think my opponent went into a line which he knows well. Had I not played the moves I played, if you understand what I mean, he wasn't expecting my d5 probably. And then if you just go automatically to what you think works in your setup, it doesn't always work. You have to assess the situation on the board as it is there and then. I think that's the main lesson from today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and comment on the video to help me with the algorithm. Thanks. Bye.